الرسالة، والرسالة هو شوت أهلنا في دار زاندي especially Zandeland. To the youth of Azande everywhere in Western world and in South Sudan. And message, I don't know, somebody's calling me. Dagiga bas kallukum ma dagiga.
The governments have no right to get into the government, into the dead people issue. Whatever the government of South Sudan, like I said, I don't know who sent Alfred Futio to be responsible in our dead people in Western Equatoria, Pacific, in Azande Kingdom. I don't know. Who are you, Kennedy Kanigo? I don't know. You, Bakosoro. I don't understand what make you to turn into this level. Hussein Anoka is the son of our daughter. Hussein Anoka mother is a princess. In our traditions, all our kings and prince and princess, they've been burying up in their own house. If you guys don't know what is the meaning of the kingdom, you guys don't interfere in the issue. Has not anything to do with the government. Our late brother, Hussein Anoka, was working with the government. Because he passed away today, everybody wants to show their negativity, to put our brother name down, to being buried on their places. We are not going to agree with that. And my message to Alfred Futio, you are not supposed to be a governor of Western Equatoria because you are not from Western Equatoria. Kanigo, my message to you, because you don't even know what you are doing, because actually the position where you are, that was not your levels. You are not supposed actually to be a governor or the second person after the governor or to be part of the government actually. If we come to the reality, Kennedy Kanigo, I know you in Sudan, you are just a useless and selfish person. Just because of the weakness governments we have no agenda, have no any dignity. That's why the people of South Sudan, they are suffering because of that. And I believe the government of South Sudan, they don't even know what is going on with our late brother, son of the prince, that been working with the government of South Sudan today, Alfred Futio, and the Bakosoro, and the selfish man called Kennedy Kanigo. Akhir zaman ya Kennedy Kanigo. Akhir zaman ya Bakosoro. Now you're putting your level down. Now you interfere on the people's business. What have the late brother Hussein Anoka have done to you? What have the late brother we have passed away done to you? If both of you guys, all of you guys as a man, why you guys don't show that face to him before he passed away? Hussein Anoka is part of the government of South Sudan. Hussein Anoka worked with this government of South Sudan. Hussein Anoka served in this country called South Sudan. Hussein Anoka has been a leader in Western Equatoria. Today you guys have become enemies. And I believe this statement is not come from the government of South Sudan. I believe this statement has come from you, selfish Alfred Futio, And you stupid man, the one is following you behind like a tail, called Kennedy Kanigo. And plus you, Bakosoro, your level, you laying your level down. You turn against your own people. Even to the dead people. If you guys are really government, you guys can interfere even into community issue. This is not shame on you guys. Especially this selfish man called Alfred. I don't even know why is this guy still the governor of Western Equatoria, and he's not from Western Equatoria. I don't know why is this Alfred is still is still being in the government governor of Western Equatoria. I don't know why. Alfred, you from Balanda, go and rule over there in Western Barghazal. We said that so many times because you brought us a problem in Western Equatoria. You make the Azande killing each other with the Balanda, and you make your Balanda now, it will pay more price because of the stupidity, because of your hatred against our people, especially when it's come to the prince and king and princess. People cannot fuck with me. People cannot mess up with us. Because all this price, one day, I will believe your tribe, Alfred will never succeed in this South Sudan, especially in our Azande land. Because Azande land is the kingdom. Kingdom have nothing to do with the governments. The land of the kingdoms is the land of the community. Only community is the one have to deal with it. Government have no right to deal, to interfere on the dead bodies people. Government have no right, even it's too shame to the government of South Sudan. Because we're working hard for the South Sudanese to be united. We're working hard for South Sudanese to stand together. And you guys, the government of South Sudan, you guys are calling that we are changing South Sudan. We want to bring the peace in South Sudan. And you guys are dealing, and you guys are against the dead people. To the youth of Azande, to all Azande in Western Equatoria, if this grave is not being buried in the house of the son, of the son, our son, Hussein Anoka, you guys will see what's going to happen. The fight will start back again. And Alfred Futio, remember, you will pay more price. If you don't pay the price, your people are the one going to pay the price. Because you're still digging under the Zande issue. You're still working hard under the Zande people. Okay? You've been hating Zande so bad. But I want to tell you this, Alfred Futio. You will pay price and your people will pay price in Western Equatoria. Especially Tambura or Yabi and all these places. Because you're still digging so bad. Your people will never succeed. Your people will pay more price in our land. I'm telling you, Alfred Futio, because you're still pushing around. We are sleeping, we are working hard, you know, and our eye is always open to our people, how they've been suffering back home and all this stuff. But today, I will say, shame on the government of South Sudan. What have the late Hussein Anoka have done to you, government? Government of South Sudan, what have they what the late Hussein Anoka have done to you? Late Hussein Anoka was working with you, government of South Sudan. Today, you government of South Sudan can tell that the late Hussein Anoka body cannot be buried in his own land, in his own house. Do you guys know this guy is a son of Prince? We all kings. If nobody knows the stories of kings of Azande, I want to tell you guys this, especially this selfish man called Kanigo. And plus you, Joseph Bakosoro, you have no right to interfere community issue. Because you are not a Vungara. Hussein Anoka is a son and daughter of Avungara. Leave Avungara alone. And I don't even know What is our king job to do with that? And I don't even know if our king know that Hussein Anoka mother is a princess. Our kingdom is not a joke to all selfish people. Like you, stupid man Kanigo. Like you, selfish man Bakosoro. Whatever you are doing it. And plus this selfish Balanda man call himself a governor of Western Equatoria. If the South Sudan don't want to fix the issue of South Sudan, especially Western Equatoria, the fight will be continuing in everywhere in South Sudan. Let us leave the body of our elder Hussein Anoka to be buried in his house. That's how the princes, that's how the kings, that's how our traditions as a Vungara children, we always been buried in our own home, in our own, where we stay, where we live, especially the house. That's why we've been burying it that way. If the government don't know that, my message to the king of Azande, you must work hard for this before it's too late. Hussein Anoka, his mother is a prince. If no any Azande know that, if no any Azande know that, Hussein Anoka's mother is a prince. All the prince and princess and the king, they always been buried in their own house. The evidence of Gabudwe has been buried in his own house. The evidence of Ruben Rikito Gabudwe is been buried on his own house. All these prince, daughters, son, they always been buried in their own house. If nobody know that history of Azande, you better work hard before it's too late. And I'm directing this message to the government of South Sudan. Leave the community alone. If you guys send Alfred to be against Azande again, the war will start again. And our youth, they are not going to be silent again. He has a right to be buried in his own house. He has a right to be buried in his own house because he's the son of princess. Because he's the son of our princess. If people don't know the history of Azande, and my message is going to you as the king of Azande, I'm a Mange Alexander Ruben Rikito Gabudwe. If this message don't reach to our people, to our youth Azande, and I will tell you as a king, we will work hard for that. Our youth can work hard for that. And to all Azande in Yambio, Uganda, Kenya, all over the world, send your message to the king before this guy has been buried on the place not belong to him. Let him go. Let you guys, I will tell you guys to work hard to let this guy, the dead body, is to go in his own place to be buried. The late Hussein Anoka have a right to be buried in his own house. And that was the work of Prince. And I will never go even for the Prince. That, you know, let the late body of Hussein Anoka to be buried in his own house. And again, I will say that Lo Nazma Barufu, Lo Nazma Barufu, Galde traditions, bitat Avungara, to them tradition, bitat king, Gal Eyal king, Garden definum fi biyut. If nobody know that, lo gal ma fizol barf kalamda, another yazol arf kalamda. Our kingdom have nothing to do with the government. And I believe 100% the government of South Sudan has no hand for that. And I want the government of South Sudan to put hands on that. And I want the government of South Sudan to look, to find out this Alfred Futio can still bring cause in South Sudan. If the government of South Sudan want peace in South Sudan, as we've been saying, let the government, let the Alfred Futio get out from that seat. Alfred Futio has no right to govern Western Equatoria. Alfred Futio have right to govern Barghazal, Western Barghazal, or Garbal Barghazal, and all these places. I don't want to take long to keep talking about that, but I want to let the government of South Sudan to know one thing. Hussein Anoka was being served, was being working with this government, was being contribute for this government, because today he's not with us today. A new government of South Sudan want to let him to be barring on the street, not to his own place. The government of South Sudan, Hussein Anoka is son of the princes of the kingdom of Azande. We will appeal to you as the government of South Sudan, if you don't have a hand on that. Let our late brother to be buried on his own home. That's how our own tradition is saying that. And we have the evidence to approve it. And if the king of Azande kingdom don't want to work on that or to do something about that, we are not going to have any control, we as the youth of Azande. We respect Hussein Anoka. We salute him here as a good leader. Even he can handle to work with you as the government of South Sudan with the good way, not the negative way. But today, if you guys, the government of South Sudan, have a hand for that, that our late prince, son of prince, not to be buried on his own home, especially on his own home where he sleep, that will be another problems we're going to have with the government of South Sudan. That's what I will just say. Let our late brother Hussein Anoka to be buried in his own home, in Yambio. And message again to Alfred Kanigo. Message again to Bakosoro. You guys will pay price one day in Azande land if you guys don't pay attention. Especially you, Kanigo, I know you very well. Since we are in Khartoum, your time will come and you will not even be longer to live even in Khartoum. I'm telling you, Kanigo. You and your stupid Nunukumba. Just because of misleading we have in South Sudan. And Salva Kiiir don't even know what he's doing. People like you guys is not supposed to lead even anywhere. My message to our brothers in Yambio. I want to take you guys back to 1990s. How our brother Hussein Anoka used to work hard for our community. How the late Hussein Anoka used to work hard for our community. I will tell you, our youth, Azande everywhere, we are not going to silence for what is going to happen, where they're going to bury our brother. We want to make sure our brother to be buried where he belongs to it, to be buried in the home, because our brother, he's the son of Prince. He's not any such man like you, Kanigo. He's not any such man like you, Bakosoro. Let our son, our prince's son, to be buried in his own home. Let our dead brother son of princes, to be buried in his own home. There's nothing I will speak a lot about it, but trust me, you Ganiko and Bakosoro, especially Ganiko, there will be day. There will be day. And you will see with your eye what you've been doing to our community. And you, Bakosoro, keep work hard for the government. Don't interfere into kingdom issue. Hussein Anoka is the son of princess. Late Hussein Anoka, he is the son of princess. Whatever he was saying before he died is in our blood. Let our late brother be buried where he belonged to it. Let our late brother to be buried where he belonged to it. Let him go rest in his own house. That was our traditions. That's how we are burying our kings and princes. If nobody knows that, South Sudan has nothing to do with the war anywhere. South Sudan is a country now. You have every right to go anywhere. So we want our dead body, our brother dead body, to be buried in his own house, Yambio, and we all know that. If it's on the condition of war, yes, but we don't have war in South Sudan. Kelly Ajuza, Kelly Jinaza, بتاعت حسين أنوكا يمشي لحد في داخل بيته في يامبيو يدفنوه هناك، لأن نحن ما عندنا أي مشكلة مع أي زول، ولكل أخواننا زند في كل مكان من تسعينات. الليل حسين أنوكا كان بسايد وكان بجيف مع الكوميونيتي بتاعه في كل مكان، في أي مكان كأزاندي. فالليلة احنا كأزاندي في كل مكان، احنا لو بنمشي نسكت نسمع لناس زي بيقولوا زي ناس فوتيو، زي ناس غاني خديل، زي ناس بوكسورو قال لنا الجنازة ما يدفنوه في بيت، احنا كلام ده بنقبله. والفريد فوتيو كان ده يفتح حوار تاني، ده يفتح مشاكل بتوين زاندي وبلاندا اجين، هنفتح الكلام ده تاني من جديد، بنفتح الكلام ده تاني من جديد. لو ده حاجة ألفريد انت دايره بنفتح الهروبات ده تاني من جديد. ما تتدخل في شؤون ما شؤون بتاعك انت، ما تتدخل في شؤون ما شؤون بتاعك انت. انت كغفنر بتاع وسترن إيكوتوريا، انت ما غفنر اصلا، يفرض انت تكون غفنر بتاع وست إيكوتوريا، وما يفرض انت تتدخل في شؤون بتاعت أزاندي. اتكلم في حاجات بتاعت حكومة، حكومة اللي ادوك سبورت ده، حكومة الافرض يشكلوك في برغزال ده، اشتغل معهم، ما تتدخل في شؤون بتاعت أزاندي، لانك انت ما زنداوي. لو امك زنداوي انت ما زنداوي، انت بلنداوي وارجع في وست برغزال ولا غرب البرغزال. ما تتدخل في شؤون بتاعت ميتين. اللين بتاع زاندي ده ما لين بتاع ابوك يا ألفريد فوتيو، اللين بتاع زاندي ده ما لين بتاع ابوك يا ألفريد فوتيو. اسمع كلام ده كويس، ارجع في اللين بتاع ابوك وين. ما تتدخل في شؤون بتاع زاندي، لانك انت ما زاندي ولا جزء من الزاندي. وانتوا الاثنين دول سواء كندي كانيكو سيلفش مان، ولا سواء انت حيوان انت الثاني ده عوير باشا ورا حكومه ده، ما تتدخل في حاجات بتاعت كينجدوم، لانك انت زول كشكال مع حكومه، ما عندك اي حق تتدخل في حاجات بتاعت الكينجدوم. فده حاجة أنا داير أقوله. فأنا حاجي فينا ما حيكون عندي كتير نقوله، لكن عندنا نقول هل الحكومة بتاع جنوب السودان هم عارفين، هم عندهم الدين إنه قال الجزء الجنازة بتاعت حسين أنوكا ما يدفن في ذاك البيت وفي ذاك الأرض بتاع جدوده، ولا حكومة ما عنده الدين في الكلام ده؟ لو طلع حكومة ما عنده الدين في الكلام ده، وعنا بنقول يا حكومة كلموا مع ألفرد فتيو ده، وكلموا باكاسورو ده، وكلموا مع زول بقول له كندي ده، لأنه حسين أنوكا هو خدم واشتغل معاكم انتوا يا حكومة بتاع جنوب السودان. حسين أنوكا ده خدمكم انتوا، اشتغل معاكم يا حكومة بتاع جنوب السودان. الليلة الجنازة بتاعه ناس سجمانين زي ألفرد فتيو، وناس سجمانين زي كندي كانيكو، وانت يا باكاسورو ما عندكم حق تدخلوا في شؤون بتاعت كوميونيتي. الزول ده أمبو سلطانة، عندها حق، عندنا حق، وعنده حق يدفن في أرض في داخل بيته. انتوا لما بتعرف اللواعي بتاعت فونغرا، انتوا لما بتعرف اللواعي بتاعت الكينجدوم بتاعت الملك، ما تلعبوا بالنار يا جماعة، ما تلعبوا بالنار. جنوب السودان ده هيكون كنز بعد شوية، جنوب السودان ده هيكون كنز لكل ناس يا جماعة، ما تلعبوا بالنار. احنا بنحاول انه نرمي مويه عشان نبطل النار، نبطل الحاجات اللي قاعده تحصل في جنوب السودان. لكن لو بقى انتوا حكومه بتدخلوا يدينكم، بتكتوا يدينكم مع الميتين بتاعنا، مع الميتين بتاعنا ما يدفنون في داخل الاراضي بتاعهم، في داخل البيوت بتاعهم. الزول الميت ده، الزول المات ده هو له حق، لانه ده القرار بتاعنا، ده الاجنده بتاعنا. هي السلاطين ما قاعد يدفنون في اي مكان، بيدفنون في داخل الاراضي بداخل بيوتهم. انتوا ما بتعرفوا الكلام ده. زي ما انا بقول لكم، قابودو كينج قابودو دفنوه في جوا بيته، جناو عياله كلهم قاعد يدفنون جوا بيته، جوا بيوتهم. انتوا ما بتعرفوا الكلام ده. ما تحذروا مع التراديشن بتاعنا، بأعداد وتقاليد بتاعنا. انا كعيال السلاطين، وانا هسكت هنا، وانا بقول شكرا لكل واحد اللي قاعد يحضر هنا. ولو في واحد من الجفرمنت سبورتر هنا وصلوا الكلام ده، واحنا عايزين الميت ده يمشي يدفنوه في مكان بتاعه وفي اعداد وتقاليد بتاعنا احنا كسلاطين بتاعت قبيله بتاعت الزند. ولو حكومه عندها دين في الكلام ده بعد كده ورونا. كان انتم عندكم الدين في الكلام ده؟ قال لي الجنازه بتاعنا ده، زول اللي خدمكم ده، اشتغل معاكم ده، يمشي يدفنوه في داخل البيت بتاعه. وشكرا لكم، وربنا يكون مع كل شعب الجنوبي. Peace out.